Okay, it's another day of George's easy low carb diet. A diet that's easy to stay on, designed to be that way, be both cost effective and not too painful. The diet revolves around the idea that you don't eat your carbs early in the morning because eating carbs tends to raise your blood sugar levels, which raise your insulin levels. And when your blood sugar gets driven down to a certain point by the insulin, you get hungry. And if it gets really low, then you get really, really hungry. So it puts you on a cycle for the rest of the day of eating, binging, and then starving when the blood sugar drops eventually. So it's a vicious cycle that it starts you off on. And we overcome this by either not eating in the morning or eating low carb in the morning, no carbs, or low carb in the morning. I find that I can get away with a little milk or cream in my coffee. I just use whole milk in my coffee and whole milk everywhere else, so I like whole foods. And then whatever for breakfast. If I eat breakfast, I don't necessarily always eat breakfast. I also can get away with an orange, or tomatoes are an excellent choice to boost your vitamin C early in the morning. This is actually a tangerine. It's a very small orange. I can get away with one of these in the morning, or tomatoes, however many tomatoes I want to eat, along with eggs and bacon, or eggs and sausage, or whatever, anything that's low carb in the morning. And then maybe I'll have a piece of chicken with some veggies. In the afternoon, I buy 10 pounds of chicken in a bag from Walmart. It cost me like $7-8 because it's cheap chicken. It's leg quarters, which is about the cheapest chicken you can buy. And then I have a big pan and I dump my frozen veggies on the bottom of it, lay my chicken out, season it all, and throw it in the oven with a meat thermometer on it. I cook it to 175 degrees. Make sure it's all cooked. I'll check each piece to make sure they're all up to the temperature. And then throw that in the fridge and eat that a little bit at a time all week. That saves me time and money. The chicken's not very expensive. The veggies aren't very expensive. I found that using potatoes instead of regular veggies, potatoes and carrots did not work for me. I did not lose weight on potatoes and carrots at lunchtime. Cannot use potatoes and carrots. Cannot eat potatoes. I wouldn't recommend bringing large amounts of potatoes home with you because they are glycemic and they are weight gainers, which is unfortunate because I like potatoes, but no potatoes for breakfast, no potatoes for lunch. This diet, basically, it goes between the time you go to bed, and if you don't go to bed before midnight to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. You don't eat any carbs between midnight and 5 p.m. in the afternoon, or when you go to bed to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. At 5 p.m. in the afternoon, I sometimes will make a shake, and instead of making it with cream, ice cream, I make it with frozen veggies, bananas, blueberries, whatever kind of veggies, or not veggies, fruit, frozen fruit. Bananas or blueberries together are pretty good. Then I use whole milk, but you can use whatever milk you want. And then I put a scoop of protein powder, and blend it together in my blender, which is a pretty good one I got from Amazon. It's not a very expensive blender. Everything I do is cost effective because I'm not a rich person. I'm not going to buy a Ninja Creamy. This blender's fine. And I'll make a nice milkshake. And believe it or not, that milkshake will satisfy me for a long time, for 4 hours, like it was a meal. So yeah, combining those things works pretty good. And you get your protein with it because you're adding protein as a smoother, creamier, adding creamy to your shake. Instead of cream, you put the protein powder in. Put the frozen fruit instead of sugar, and then add your milk and blend it together. You get a low sugar, low fat, high protein milkshake that's really satisfying and lasts for the rest of the day. You kind of get sick of them after eating so many, but you don't have to eat it every day. I mean, that's an option. Sometimes I like to get a real milkshake. And this diet isn't keto. Keto is very hard to stay on. It's very low carb. You're trying to get into ketosis. This is nothing like that. This is just low carb, easy low carb, not hard low carb. Can you lose weight on this diet? I think so. I've lost some weight. Is it easy? It's a lot easier than some of the other diets. So yeah. Yep. You can lose weight on carnivore, I think. You can lose weight on the Lion diet. You can lose weight on keto. And you can lose weight by not eating at all, anything, fasting. But all those things are hard to do. But this diet is designed to be easy and cost effective. And if those things are what you're looking for, and you don't have to rush your weight loss, this diet will work out for you. Anyway, yeah, what else was I going to say? Yeah, it's not free of carbohydrates. You can still eat carbs, and the nice thing is if you get off your diet and you eat something else just the next morning, you just start back on it. You just low carb, either not eating in the morning or eating low carb until 5 o'clock in the afternoon when you eat a few carbs. Any carbs you can keep out of your body is going to help you if you're obese and diabetic or pre-diabetic. Any carbs, any and all carbs you can keep out of your body, you're just better off without them. Any food you keep out of your body, period, will help you lose weight. And the idea isn't to binge huge amounts of fat and protein and think that you're going to lose weight. The idea is to cut your carbs and still remain satiated and not boost your insulin levels. And by doing that, you don't get super hungry. You might be able to get over small hunger episodes without eating, just having a cup of tea or not eating at all, while previously you were just starving to death because the insulin has driven your blood sugar so low that it's causing you just to shake from hunger. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.